Okay, guys, so I woke up in the middle of the night. Maybe it was this morning, early in the morning though. And there was a being, like a galactic being, who was on the side of me and he was talking to me, he or she or it or I don't know, in a language that was a sound. And the sound was something I have never experienced before. What the heck? This is something that I deal with pretty much all the time, but I am now determined to try to figure out who this was, what this was, why they're here. I know why they're here. I won't go into that right now. But it's actually, instead of freaking me out anymore, it's actually kind of exciting because I know they're here for a reason, right? And when I was growing up dealing with this, I didn't tell anybody, and I still don't really talk about it, and I just wanted it to go away. I wanted it to be normal for me. And I was already a sensitive child and a sensitive adult, and I was already seeing spirits and talking to departed loved ones and doing all of that naturally, not really knowing what I was doing or that it wasn't normal for people. But I just never really talked about it and never really wanted to understand this whole galactic part of it. The aliens, if you will, which I think that we're the aliens, really. But I just never wanted to look into it more. I just knew they're there. I know they're here for a reason, and that was really it. So now I'm at a point in my life where I am actually open to knowing why they're here and what they have to teach me, and just anything that I can learn about them. So I'm opening my mind and my energy up to learning more about these beings and what they want to say. And this is something that I am bringing to the public for the first time ever because I know that it's meant to be shared. All of the gifts that I have and all of the messages that I've been receiving throughout my life, I'm finally ready to share them. So I hope you come on me with this journey, and as I explore deeper to the meaning of not only life, but the meaning of why these beings are here, the meaning of why I have these gifts and how I can share them with the world. I'm excited. I'm excited to bring you on this journey. For those who don't know me, which is probably many people, because I tend to be the person that doesn't want to be out in the limelight. I keep my space and my energy very sacred. But that's changing, and I don't feel anymore that there is a threat or there is any negativity or anything that I have to worry about, because my light is very bright. And just like you, when you keep your light very bright, nothing can enter or penetrate or bring in anything negative. So I am learning to be open to just being out in the world with people. I know that might sound strange to some of you, but for a very sensitive person and somebody that has a lot of gifts and can feel a lot of energy, it does feel safer for me to be inside and with my, closest friends, and, not have all of that energy around me all of the time. And it's really interesting because I'm a very social person. Naturally, I came from an event planning background, so I love planning events. I love parties. I love doing all of that. I love the beauty of it. I lived in some of the most beautiful places, in California, and I just, I love it, but at the same time, I like my peace. I like my quiet. I love my beautiful home environment. And so this is new for me. So be nice. And I promise that I will share everything with you guys as it comes through. But this being that came through this morning was so interesting because it's not anything that I didn't really see a face other than getting a feeling of what it felt like. And the feeling was more of because of the sound that it was making or talking to me or whatever in the language. But it was like more of a tone and audio like message that was so different than anything that I have ever heard. So this is just opening my mind up to the fact that there are so many different species of aliens out there, and some I just don't know what they are. I mean, maybe nobody knows what kind of species some of them are. I'm sure they're not all on the radar of humans. So anyway, I'm going to look in deeper and go into meditation and figure out if I can find anything out about this type of a being who clearly came to me for a reason. I cannot get that sound out of my mind, and it was more of like a monotone, and then it went like the sound kind of like went up this way, really high pitch, and then back down. That was the very end of it. So I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about, please reach out to me because this is amazing. Again, I am very familiar with galactic beings. They have been in my life throughout my entire life. I just have been very hesitant to talk with them, to work with them. Not that I felt they're bad or scary or anything. Now more than then, because then it did freak me out and I just wanted it to go away. But now I have a different understanding, and I know they're here to teach me something. So I want to bring you guys on the journey because a lot of you guys are awakening right now. A lot of you guys are trying to figure this stuff out, and it can be scary if you have not ever had an experience like this before. And so hopefully my stories will help all of you as well to navigate this and know that there are people out there that have had these experiences all their life but have never looked into it. That's me. I just never looked into it. I never asked why they're here. I never questioned what kind of species it is or how they can help me or help the planet or what they're trying to teach me. So, and I did that more of a protection to protect myself and try to be a human, right? Like just try to live in this world. It's hard enough than having to deal with all of these other beings that are out there. But I have a lot of really interesting stories that have happened to me lately, so stay tuned. I do plan on sharing them with you. And I am learning as you are. I don't know the names. All I know is what I see, what I feel, and what comes through to me. I try to be such a clear channel when it comes to that. I hardly do any research. I don't even have a TV, so I don't do that. I am on social media and listen to podcasts and things like that from time to time, but the information that comes through to me is mine and purely my experience only. It has nothing to do with anything because I don't really do a lot of research on this stuff. I have been a little bit lately because I'm more curious, but what is coming through from me is just a pure energy channel from me, the beings over to me. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm getting, and I'm just so curious to see how this all turns out and what they're here for and how they can not only help me but help me to help you. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I decided to become public with all of this, which again is out of my comfort zone. a lot, but I am here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to share with you because I know this information is so important. I know that you guys, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, you're here for a reason, and you're here to hear these stories so that you know that you're not alone. Maybe things like this are happening to you too, and maybe it's just too overwhelming for you. I am here to give you a glimmer of hope and know that you are not alone, and we are going to go through this together. And I'm very, very excited. I do a lot of different forms of energy work already. Again, it's been all kind of on the down low, really. I haven't really advertised. I haven't I have a Facebook page, I have a website, I have a business, and all of that. I am a certified hypnotherapist and have other credentials as well, but I haven't really stepped out into the healer that I know I am. I do it naturally, and it is important for me to do this as a business, I feel like, because it's an equal exchange. And I think that's so important, that there has to be this equal exchange. Just because somebody has these gifts doesn't mean that they need to use their energy and their time on somebody who might not even, appreciate it. Because my energy is so important to me. It's like money. My energy, when I give my energy out, it's like giving money away. And so it's so important for me for it to be an equal exchange. And I'm saying this for a reason, because somebody needs to hear it. But I am going to step out into the world with my business and as a coach, because I have always been a coach, going to help and going to heal. So if you want to talk to me, feel free to look me up, The Exquisite Art of Healing. Book a session. I do free consultations, a 20-minute consultation. If you think that I can guide you in any way, great. If not, that's fine too. That is totally fine. And I always, always say, take what you want and leave the rest. Right? Take what you need from this conversation, from this experience, from this video, and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't make sense to you, if you don't resonate with it, you're just like, nope, then that's fine. Then it's not for you. But I have a feeling that it is for you, because you're here. You're here, and you would not be watching this if there wasn't something inside of you saying, you need to watch this. You need to watch this for a reason. And so I just invite you to just have an open mind and an open heart, because there are some very powerful beings in the works working with me, and very powerful messages that I get on a daily basis. And I'm so happy that I'm finally in a place in my life to be able to share this with other people. And as far as my life before, I am so happy and proud of myself for living that life as well. So I also want you guys to know that just because you are healers doesn't mean you need to have this as a business. It does not mean that you have to have this as your life path, right? It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So just take a deep breath and know that you are here for a reason, and that if it's meant to be, if you're meant to be a healer and do this as a business, then it will happen at the right time. So you can relax now and not try so hard. And that's what I did. I tried so hard and nothing was working. Something would always happen. And, I started realizing, what am I doing? I'm just keep hitting my head against a wall, and it's because it wasn't the right time. There was so many other things that I needed to learn, and so many things that I just needed to live my life as a human and get that human experience without all of this other stuff in my way. And so that's why it was hidden for so long. That's why I never used my gifts. for a bigger, higher purpose. Yes, I have my business. Yes, I have clients. Yes, I have regulars all the time. And yes, I feel like they were and are meant to be in my life at this time. But was my business at that time meant to explode and support me fully? Probably not, because I don't know that I could have handled it from an energetic standpoint. And now I have learned so much that it is time. And I know it's time, and the beings are here to help me, and my guides, and everybody is on my side now. And so I am going to do everything in my power to help as many of you guys as I can. So, with that, I hope that you can follow me on my journey and get something from it. I know that you are here for a reason, and so I look forward to interacting with all of you and guiding you and showing you what I know, and I'm just looking forward to having so much fun.